Heartbreaking details coming out about this horrific tragedy.
This shit is sick.
Survivor, just 9 years old, apparently witnessing almost all of the deadly violence. A deadly end to a trail of violence as the mother behind the wheel of this crumpled Porsche Cayenne is killed when she slammed into a Redondo Beach tree. 34-year-old Shanell Johnson is also accused of killing her live-in boyfriend at their apartment and her 8-month-old daughter when she threw the infant and her 9-year-old sister out of her car on the freeway.
The suspect slowed the vehicle and opened the passenger door for her daughter and then told her to get out of the car. And when
What up, YouTube? If you're new to the channel, the intro is usually much liver than that. But if you have any compassion, you read the title, so I can't really be as energetic as I would normally be. I say often, everybody don't deserve children. I also say, check on your friends, no matter how it seems like they are. And what I mean by that is, oh, I had a friend tell me, well, I ain't check on you because you know you posted on Instagram. Who cares? Who cares? Reach out. Reach out. This lady lived a normal life and out of nowhere just snaps, offs her boyfriend, endangers her 2 daughters. I don't even know how the story plays out. I just read the title. And stuff like this, we got to talk about it because I want to know, how did it get this far? What happened? Did she really just snap? I just have so much questions. To ABC7, thoughts and prayers to the family. Let's get to it.
About a murder-suicide that left 3 people dead, including an 8-month-old baby. The family tragedy unfolding on Monday on 3 separate locations. Now we're seeing how the events unfolded hour by hour. It all started in Woodland Hills at 3:40 in the morning. The LAPD says the suspect, Shanell Johnson, got into an argument with her partner, Jalen Cheney, stabbing him to death. The mother then fled the scene with her 2 children. 50 minutes later, 4:30 a.m., Johnson was driving on the 405 freeway in Westchester when police say the girls were thrown out of the vehicle. The baby was hit by a car and killed.
Oh my goodness. It's way worse than I thought. See, the title don't say that. Well, it does say she pushed the daughters onto the freeway, but it don't say nothing about a baby. Oh my. What? How sick and twisted can you be, bro?
Half an hour later at 5 in the morning, Johnson was speeding in the city of Redondo Beach. She crashed into a tree and died. Our Leanne Suter has been closely following this story. Leanne, the sole survivor of this tragedy was the older sister.
Absolutely, Mark. Heartbreaking details coming out about this horrific tragedy. That sole survivor, just 9 years old, apparently witnessing almost all of the deadly violence. A deadly end to a
Could you imagine being 9 and getting thrown out of a vehicle by your mom after she just killed the boyfriend? After she just killed her boyfriend, and you feel like you're responsible for protecting your little sister at 9. Like, that's worse than what the fuck Simba had to go through, bro. This shit is sick.
Trail of violence as the mother behind the wheel, sole survivor, just 9 years old, apparently witnessing almost all of the deadly violence. A deadly end to a trail of violence as the mother behind the wheel of this crumpled Porsche Cayenne is killed when she slammed into a Redondo Beach tree. 34-year-old Shanell Johnson is also accused of killing her live-in boyfriend at their apartment and her 8-month-old daughter when she threw the infant and her 9-year-old sister out of her car on the freeway.
the suspect slowed the vehicle and opened the passenger door for her daughter and then told her to get out of the car. And when the daughter didn't do that, she then forcibly pushed her out of the vehicle in the middle of the freeway while moving, while the 9-year-old was holding the 8-month-old baby.
The 8-month-old fell to the pavement and was struck and killed by a passing vehicle. The 9-year-old managed to make it to the shoulder with moderate injuries. A horrific ending to deadly violence that began hours earlier.
That 9-year-old lost her whole family within 3 hours. We can't even handle losing a grandmother. I lost both of mine. It hurts. Just imagine being 9. I lost mine in my 30s. One was in my 20s. My baby, my heart was in my 20s. But I say that to say, just imagine being 9. Like the damage. And I don't know what the mother was going through. Clearly she was going through something, and I'm not justifying that. But my thing is, if you wanted to hurt yourself, why you couldn't just hurt yourself? Why you gotta hurt the babies? Why you gotta hurt the babies? Why the babies though? This might be this gonna be my last video for that's it. That just turned my stomach. It turned my stomach.
For the sole survivor, Eyewitness News has learned the 9-year-old witnessed her mother stab her live-in boyfriend, 29-year-old Jalen Cheney.
And then on top of that, the 9-year-old seen her kill the boyfriend? Oh no. Oh no. This is too much.
To death in their Woodland Hills apartment.
That little girl obviously saw more than she ever should have seen in any life yesterday. So I just hope someone's taking care of her because she's going to need it.
Investigators say Johnson killed Cheney early Monday morning after a fight that rammed the garage gate as she fled with her daughters.
Their door was wide open. There was blood on the floor leading into their apartment, and then a trail of it in the hallway leading up to the elevator, and I saw some blood on the walls.
A short time later, detectives say Johnson pushed her daughters out of her car on the 405 and drove away. Her final act, taking her own life at more than 100 miles per hour. Detectives now piecing together the trail of violence and searching for a motive.
Given that the only witness we really have to this crime now is a 9-year-old girl, there's just very little information we have other than there was a verbal altercation that turned violent and it ended in tragedy.
And don't go asking that girl multiple questions, man. Like, could we not put her through that? I know it's kind of like they want to figure it out, but listen, we got it, okay? The mother lost it. The whys, the hows, let's not put that little girl through that. Let's not. Like, come on now. I think we all can agree to that.
The 9-year-old now in the care of the Department of Children's Services. Her father lives out of state. It's unclear if Cheney was the father of the 8-month-old who died.
Hello, I'm Mark.
Yo, the father, this is devastating. Yo, fathers, you got to check on your kids. Check on the mothers, too. A lot of these guys feel like, oh, no, check on the mother mental, too. Check. It's okay to check. Hey, how my kids doing? They're fine. How are you doing? Because if she ain't good, the kids ain't good. It starts with the mother. But it's the responsibility of both parents. But the dad, come on, you got to step in.